All right, guys, what's going on? I'm gonna be doing, I guess, my first YouTube video with the Ford Raptor that I got. So I guess the first thing you're gonna notice is these are not very good lights. What I ended up doing is I went with the RoadShocks that I picked up from Harbor Freights. And the only reason I went with these instead of going with rigid is the price point, honestly. So I will be doing a comparison because I have some friends that have some rigids. So next time we go out, you know, we could do a little comparison. So we're gonna be doing 2 spots. Then we're gonna go with these floodlights. And these, you know, have the beams that point out. And then for the back, face lights that I got from Ox Beam. And of course, I mean, this is another one of those things where I wasn't trying to drop too much money. I know these are not gonna last as long, but you know, the chase lights don't have to be too strong. I'm not trying to blind the person that's gonna be riding behind me. So let's just see how these look. You know, worst case, I can just get them swapped out and put some better ones on there. Now, the way that we're gonna be mounting these lights up front is I went ahead and I picked up these brackets. These were actually on Amazon and I think they were only like $40. But eventually this bumper is gonna be gone. I'm gonna go with a pre-runner bumper, either from SVC or RPG. So in the time being, before I actually start modding this truck out, I'm gonna put these lights on there. You know, you're not looking at too much. What, I think I'd put maybe $300, including like some of the wiring kit. So this is a temporary thing, you know. Shit's gonna get messed up eventually, so I'm sure eventually the shocks and so forth, and eventually, you know, we'll start modding this thing out. I'm gonna put the links for these lights in the bio if you guys want to check them out. So I'm using one of these little quick clips that you can just kind of use to pop all these off. You are gonna need something, maybe like a screwdriver to pop them out, but this definitely helps. So here's your 6 auxiliary plugs. Let's go ahead and get this wired up, and then I'm also going to go ahead and run up, where are they? These, I guess I'm gonna run them all together, so that way I don't gotta do this multiple times over and over. So I'm just gonna zip tie them all together. So now that we're getting under the truck, let me show you how it's gonna be on there. And if you look at these, a lot of the times, honestly, most manufacturers, they'll put a passenger and the driver label, just so you know. So the way it's gonna be mounted is it'll be sliding up in here. So we're gonna need to remove this bolt right here. It's an 8mm. And then it's gonna slide in between this one. And then you're also going to put another screw, I believe it's, where's the other one? Right in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So as I start taking it out, you'll be able to see it a little better. That is the factory bolt that we are going to be able to retain instead of using the cheap China one that probably comes with that kit. So what you want to do now is you don't want to completely tighten it, because you see how it's not completely level. You don't want to completely tighten it just yet. You're gonna want to be able to keep it loose, and that way whenever we get these cubes up in here, just like that, second one, the third one. Now I'm not too sure how I'm going to set these right now. I'm thinking about putting the flood one up here because it's got more angle out here to face out, and then put the 2 spots over here. So we'll see. So now that we have been able to set this bolt in here, you're gonna look in this corner and there's another bolt right there, and that comes with your kit. You're just gonna tighten that one up and then you should be good to go. Now let's go ahead and go over to the other side, do the same exact thing. Okay, so now that we got this one in here too, we're gonna go ahead and put on this little front bolt that goes under here and kind of adjust a little bit, maybe the height. But as far as the height goes, I'm not gonna adjust it until we get the pods in here so we can see about how high they're gonna be. All right, so now that I have the remaining wires connected, and I will put the diagram for the 2008. I'll include 2017 one as well. I have no idea what the new Gen 3s are, but I will include Gen 2. I'm gonna clean this up just like I had the other ones. I ran most of the cables for my negative right here. Gonna feed it through. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it in between where that plastic covering goes or right above. Before I kind of start cleaning up all this wiring real quick, I am gonna go ahead and start mounting these up. Now, just remember, if you are gonna do the floodlights, only one side of it has the flood beam on it. So depending on how you want to mount these, whether you want the cable to be up top or on the bottom, I'm choosing for it to be up top. The beams are gonna be on the right. So just make sure you do that before you mount them up, and then you screw them in, and then the next thing you know, you realize that you screwed up and you put them on the wrong way. Okay guys, so I figured I would go ahead and finish the review of the fog lights that I installed from RoadShock. These are it. So we ended up going with one floodlight closest to the center, because if we try to stick it over here, these beams that are on the side just would kind of get interrupted by this cut right here. So we put them in the front, and then these 2 are floods. This one's amber, this one's regular. Oh, look at this guy flying. Speaking of, what a beautiful afternoon it is. And I know the sun hasn't completely gone down, but this is just so you guys can get an idea of how they are. I guess this is from inside of the cabin real quick. I went ahead and I put them in auxiliary 1, 2, and 3. Auxiliary 1 is the floods. Let me go ahead and get outside real quick. So you can see these really just beam further out to the side, so you can see your ditches if you're on the trail. I would say these are pretty bright. I know you can't really tell, this camera is a little foggy, but for the price that I paid, you really can't beat it. Okay, so now we're gonna do the amber spots from the inside. Not too bad. Here's the regulars. This is both. This is everything. Let's see, this is all the fogs lit up. Honestly, I think this is plenty. And now I just need to install the chase lights in the back. I mean, these lights are pretty bright. You really can't beat the pricing on these from Harbor Freight or the warranty. I mean, a 2-year warranty was like $7 per set. So we're gonna do a test with the headlights on. Just the regulars, ambers, floods. Here again, just so you guys can kind of see a little better how the floodlights look. I'm gonna go ahead and have to turn them off. This is without them. This is with them. Well guys, if you have any questions about the install, about the lights, just, you know, feel free to reach out to me. I'm gonna put my Instagram down below. I am gonna be doing more DIYs. I am gonna be doing some tuning, testing, whatever you guys wanna see in the Raptor, I'll bring it. Just, you know, let me know. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe to my channel. You know I'm still new and I'm still figuring out, you know, what to say. I am gonna be doing cuts, but I do eventually want to just be one. I do eventually just want it to be one video. I don't have to do any cuts. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So please bear with me, but thank you so much for being here.